everyone. My name's Dean. Let's talk crypto. This is where you subscribe for daily Bitcoin updates and technical analysis. We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Today is October 29th, 2021, and Bitcoin is in a downtrend. Okay? We'll show you exactly what we mean by that in a moment, so stay tuned. Also, I want to share with you a new development in my thesis. If you're subscribed to the channel, you will know that I anticipate that Bitcoin correct severely, and this correction has already begun. The first wave of which ends, or not ends, but takes a pit stop for the first wave of about 52K, 51.5K, okay? Depending on the chart you're looking at, of course. Now, I want to reiterate something. One of the main reasons for why I say this is if you zoom out on the monthly time frame, a very high time frame, you see that this peak that we had in May was all the way up here on the stochastic RSI, okay? The May peak, the March peak. Hey, Google, turn it down. It was all the way up here. And then this new all-time high peak is all the way down there, okay? That is severe bearish divergence, okay? And I showed that yesterday, so I'm not going to go into that too much in detail. However, why are we back on this? It's because I want to show you something about the target, okay? I think it's clear as day to see or to understand why I anticipate a downtrend, a severe downtrend, right? And why? Just or kind of rewinding a little bit, all corrections happen in an ABC pattern, and the May high was A. This run up to new all-time high was B, and now we anticipate a C. Okay, so that's a typical flat correction, right? Why is it a flat correction? It has to be a flat correction because the B wave came beyond 786 of the A wave. Okay, let's make this more visible. Let's make this in white. Here we go. So you can see what I'm talking about. Okay, do you see that? If you get anywhere above the 786, between the 786 and the 1618, actually, you have a flat correction. So we have a flat correction. A zigzag correction ends, the B wave ends anywhere between 0.5 and 0.618. Okay, so zigzags off the table. Flat correction C waves. Okay, it's important to know if it's a flat correction or it's a zigzag correction, because the target's a bit different in each and every case. Now, if you have a regular flat correction, which this seems to be like, we have seem to have completed our waves up on this B wave, right? So I don't anticipate any further any further action. We can get either the 1-to-1 A to C, meaning the C wave ends at around 28.5, or we can get the 1, 2, 3, 6. Okay, whoops, wrong thing to delete. Right, so you can get either 1-to-1 of the A wave, which would give you 28.6, okay? Or you can get 1, 2, 3, 6, which would give you 23.6, right? That's like the most bearish, most extreme version of this. You get a target of 1, 2, 3, 6. Or you can get something called a running flat. And a running flat is something that happens when the C wave ends below the A wave. So it doesn't even go all the way to 1. That's also possible. So I do want to put that on your radar. It is possible that we end at the 618, which is currently at around 39K. Okay? We can even end all the way up here, okay? And I'm going to show you from my favorite manual on all of this, Elliott Waves Made Easy. You can get that on Amazon. Here, let me pull it up. Let's see. Or sorry, it's called Elliott Waves Made Simple. Okay. And here we go. Wave C in a running correction. So you can get this if you have this book. You can get it on page 54. Okay, you can make reference to this, and so it says that wave C usually ends between 100 and 123.6% of wave A in the regular correction, 161.8 in the expanding B correction. Okay, that we don't have to concern ourselves with. And in a running correction, or an expanded, in a running correction, it doesn't give you wave C, okay? And that is important. Why? Because if you study examples of running corrections, you'll see that wave C can be wherever the hell it wants. It can correct like this, completely sideways, right? It can correct like this. So it's basically a wild card. Now that we have this scenario played out, we have A and B, we know that a running correction is on the table. And this is very, very important, because if you sit and wait for a target of 28 to 24 and we get a running correction, you're going to be devastated, because you're going to be left behind. Because what ensues after this correction is over is probably the most parabolic run we've ever seen in crypto. Okay, it's going to be mad. Okay, so it is possible that the C wave end like this, and 54s or 53K is the bottom, the 236, right? It's possible that the C wave end 1-to-1 or 1-2-3-6, right? Or here. We have to track it very carefully. And one of the things, and I'm going to talk about this more later on, but one of the things that characterizes a running C wave, if you've ever seen one, if you ever tracked one on the charts, and on a subsequent episode, we can go into more detail. We can see Bitcoin do running C waves on a smaller time frame. Actually, I'm going to show you really quickly. Let's run into the smaller time frames, 15-minute time frame. Let's get off of log. Let's go auto. Let me see. Let's get rid of this. I can show you one, and this is the beauty of tracking Bitcoin consistently, is you see these examples day in and, well, not day in and day out, but you will have seen examples of this. Okay, here was one just yesterday, I believe. Okay. Right here. Let's see. Yes. Perfect. Okay, I want to draw your attention to this. Right here. Do you see that? That's A. That's B. That's C. Do you see that? And right after that, and I remember this very clearly, because I wasn't anticipating it. I was in a short, okay? And I was anticipating a target down here, okay? Right? This is a valid B wave. Let's see. From this A, we get right above the 1, 2, 3, 6, but it's not closed in the 1, 2, 3, 6, so it's pretty much a regular flat correction, okay? And I was anticipating us coming down here, right? Or here. So I had my targets down there, but we went only here. And what is basically interesting about this running C wave is that it took forever. I remember feeling like I was waiting for a long time. This was 4 hours and 15 minutes, right? If you're trading small time frames, usually it doesn't take too long, right? So it took considerably longer than the B wave took, and the B wave only took about an hour and 30 minutes, okay? A wave was almost instantaneous. B wave an hour, C wave 4 times as long. So you're thinking, what's going on? When is it going to drop? And it never dropped, okay? And so this is interesting about the running C wave. It just takes its time. That's the first thing. And then the second thing is, if you measure it, you'll see it's right on the fibs, okay? Where did it touch? Right on the 786, okay? So if we're talking about sort of one-to-one extensions, we start at 1, right, in the A, we go all the way to 1, 2, 3, 6 on the B, but we don't close above it, so it's still a regular flat. We come just on the 786 of the C. So if Bitcoin did that, let's go back in the monthly. I hope this is helpful. I hope this is useful. I hope you're getting value from this, right? Because I'm trying to paint all the possible scenarios given what we've done thus far. And I'm not trying to lead anyone astray. If you do indeed decide to sell, as I am selling sometime today, let's see. Then I don't want you to miss the boat when we're getting back on the train, okay? So this is why I'm talking about all of this. This C, if it did the same thing as that small time frame example, would give us a target of 55K, okay? 54.5. So just putting that on your radar, I'm not saying that's going to happen. I want to bring that within the realm of possibility of anyone who believes that, oh, okay, it's possible that we get this drop, okay? So 55K, thereabouts, 54.5 is a possible target for the C wave, except how will you know? It will take a considerable amount of time, okay? We will stay there for quite some time to consolidate. That's how you'll know, okay, we may be printing a running C wave. If you don't see us just, start nuking down, then it's going to be a sideways correction. Lots of chop, okay? So that's it for Bitcoin on the larger time frames. Smaller time frames, let's talk about that really quickly. All right. So yesterday, we discussed how Bitcoin was looking like it was in a correction, and we were getting a we were targeting 64K, and then we got this huge liquidation, right? This liquidation wick to liquidate some longs, most likely, okay? But it is within the sort of parameters of an ABC correction. I want everybody to realize that, okay? It does seem random, but it did not break market structure in such a way that we couldn't anticipate something like that, okay? So zooming out a little bit, we can see that we are in a confirmed downtrend, right? That's how I started my video. I said Bitcoin is in a downtrend. This is the downtrend, my friends, right? Higher lows, or lower highs and lower lows. This is literally a downtrend. It's a short-term bear market. We have printed a head and shoulders. Does not mean we are going to print it, or does not mean we're going to execute it. We did print one here, invalidated by this 2 wave, okay? So does this mean that we're not going to come down and play out this head and shoulders? No, not at all, because a new sort of right shoulder was printed after this one, right? We came up and we went back down again, right? So if you want to count the Elliott waves here, this is my count so far. This is one that ends about here. This is two that comes no higher than the 618 of one. And we're still into the two-wave correction, right? Because you get an A, B, C correction. Okay, and remember, why do you get this wick? It's because the A is constituted of an ABC, the B is constituted of an ABC, and then the C wave is constituted of 5 waves down, right? So A, B, C. Remember, the two wave, it's corrective. If the trend is down, that means the two wave is going to go up. So the A wave is going to go up. So that A, B, C is going to go up. The B wave is going to go down, A, B, C, right? And then the C wave is also going to go up. A, B, that was the B. And then you got the quick run up C, okay? And that is basically what I'm seeing. And this should pretty much have ended here. And now we start our 3-wave, which is 5 waves down, which should take us down to this support level, I believe, around 54.9, 55.7, okay? And then, whoops. And 4, I think, is going to still respect this trend line. And then 5 is going to take us down there, okay? So that's what I'm seeing. If we put a target on this head and shoulders, it would be from the top to the bottom, right? That pretty much gives you the whole movement of these 5 waves down, which should be your wave 1, okay? That should be your wave 1 if you're anticipating a larger downtrend. So this is what I'm seeing in Bitcoin. Again, if we were to get that C running flat correction, remember, it doesn't happen like that. It would be a long, drawn-out C wave, which would lull everybody to sleep. This is one of the characteristics of a running C wave. It would take considerably longer, actually, than if we just went down regularly, okay? So this is what I'm seeing from Bitcoin. I believe that we are just beginning this 3rd wave down, just to take 5 waves down. The 4th wave will come between the 236 and the 382 of the 3rd wave, okay? And then the 5th wave should complete around here at this support. Okay, that's pretty much what I'm seeing, and it should be confluent with the target of this larger head and shoulders that we're just going to draw out really quickly. Okay, so there you go. So I hope everybody gets value from this. I hope you're trading safe, right? We track the price of Bitcoin as a proxy for the cryptocurrency markets at large. Although, if you look at the altcoins, most altcoins, they're doing great. They're mooning. Why? While Bitcoin is in a downtrend, technically speaking, and price-wise as well. It's because when Bitcoin is kind of stagnant, sideways, not doing anything explosive, alts are able to do whatever they please, okay? And that's basically defined as a low Bitcoin dominance. Capital or liquid comes out of Bitcoin and is kind of spread out to other projects. And so basically that's what you're seeing here. Things have the ability, the chance to do well. And that's actually what you see after a macro top. Usually there's a period of altcoins booming because Bitcoin has started its descent. So hope that was helpful. Hope that was useful. Trade safe. Like, comment, subscribe. See you guys.